Here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Buddy up! Not today, Mark. Not today. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Do it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Slams.
2nd down, Haskins. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run on first down. It's Carroll. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch two. I'm coming.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He sets to fire deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check my 50. Get the ball. Back. Anyway.
This is Geis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
24 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Williams. That one good for 24 yards.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
H3-218, chopper.
The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. Gets through and now an opening. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going in.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Darren Lee. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14, but it's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Haskins on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Open man is Galladay, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And the Redskin 1st down.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Where'd he go? Pull it together.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Prater for the extra point. And it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yellow. That's a line. What we got? What we got? What we got? Showing up. Showing up. 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
4 down, 4 down. Attack!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yellow. That's a long way. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Come back. 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down.
Second and 8 at the 14-yard line.
On the double. 50, right 50. Leo. It's out, Leo. Set up. Take off.
Now it's Haskins.
Check.
The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I don't need to. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On second and 11 now. Haskins, he'll get this one to Galladay. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On third down, Thompson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Second and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Ready. Defense wins championship. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Come on, come on. Come on, go.
On second and 12, Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he finds McLaurin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 48 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Yellow.
You got three down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go on, Eddie.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm across. Push him back.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Touchdown, defense. Mike, two. Watch two.
Hey, 43.
On first down, it's Carroll. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Everyone got four down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, wide, get wide.
Henry. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Hey, Noah. Watch left, watch left. Check back, check back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Richardson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey.
Now it's Haskins. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
complete to Mike Williams. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Hey, no, look at it. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Oh, yeah.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. 24 is the mic. We got to get the ball.
Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
'Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 30-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Shit. Watch twitch. Three.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis, and an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Haskins going to try to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run with Geis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Let's go.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, two. Watch two. Watch two. Switch up. Switch up. Choose the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 13. Check 13.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 50. Mike 50. Check. 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 Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Orbit. Mike's what?
Throwing now is Haskins. Throwing deep for Galladay. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.